Hi, my name is Daniel Grabowski.
And I'm Dylan Barker, and this is our project for the first one, the proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed fractions. The main problem for this project is determining whether a fraction is a improper fraction or a proper fraction. And if it is a improper fraction, we put it as a mixed fraction. And if it's a proper fraction, we just put it out as a proper fraction. Um, the inputs are going to be a numerator and a denominator, and we ask a prompt for someone to enter each of those. The major steps for solving this problem is basically determining whether or not our fraction is proper or improper. Improper. So we have a set of Boolean properties that basically determine whether it's a proper or improper fraction, and then we move farther down once we determine that.
So getting into our actual code here, the first thing we have is import java.util.star, and that's a wildcard import that allows us to access anything in the java.util package. And we import that because we need a scanner object in order to take input from the user. And our code is all running in the main method here. And then as you can see, we have a print statement here prompting the user to enter a numerator with a subsequent variable declaration that picks up the next integer that the user has just entered. And then that repeats for the denominator, same thing. And then down here we have our Boolean variables that Dylan mentioned. They all have conditions attached to them. Each of them have this condition here, making sure that the denominator does not equal 0. If it does, then the Boolean invalid is true. And only one of these will be true based on these conditions. So we have, like, for proper, for instance, the numerator is smaller than the denominator. And then improper, the numerator is larger than the denominator, but there is a remainder because the numerator modulus denominator results in a remainder. And then the opposite is true for the improper whole. And then down here with our if statements, we just plug in each of those Boolean variables because if true, then the following code will execute. These are all printf statements, so formatted strings. And these placeholders are replaced by these variables. For the improper fraction and improper whole, there are new variables required. The whole number represents the basically the integer division between the numerator and the denominator. It gives you the full number that will precede the remainder fraction. And here we have the new numerator, which is the remainder portion that becomes the new numerator in the remainder fraction. And then here again in the invalid, if the user enters 0 as a denominator, it will print this out. So for testing, we went ahead and used all the sample runs of the program provided in the instructions. So I will go ahead and demonstrate that right now. The first one is 16/3. And as you can see, 16/3 is an improper fraction, and its mixed fraction is 5 plus 1/3, exactly the output in the instructions. Then we have 6/7, proper fraction. And finally, 6/2, improper fraction can be reduced to 3. And that is our program.